Since living in Cyprus, I've had the chance to fish for loads of species that I never thought I'd have the opportunity to catch. Things like pufferfish, grouper, this spiky boy, and even the elusive largemouth bass. However, and despite much success in the UK, I've never caught a Cyprus carp. So I popped into Imperial Tackle in Limassol to pick up a few essentials and get a little bit of advice, and then I headed down to the dam to prepare for my first carp session. So I've had to have a few months off fishing through work and trip to the UK back from Cyprus. So I haven't been able to get any fishing done or any filming, so it's been a while. Now, while I was in the UK, I kept having this thought about this fish on this dam. Now, the last time I was here, I think if you remember, if you go back to the last two videos where I really struggled to pull out a bass, but the first time I did pull out a bass was out of this swim that I'm in now. Now, I revisited the swim a few times because I'd had a fish out of it, and every time I visited this swim, I saw one or two carp. Now, it was always one at a time, but I'm not sure if it was two separate fish because I think one looked slightly bigger. Now, they both looked like decent fish. Well, I say decent, upper singles, early double figures. But because I've not caught a carp in Cyprus before, it started my brain whirring. And while I was in the UK, I was thinking about it and thinking about it and thinking about it. I kept thinking about this fish and thinking, I saw it every time I was in that swim. Every time I was there, he was there. So, and I haven't pulled a carp out for the camera in Cyprus or at all. I've never caught a carp in Cyprus. So I thought, right, that's going to be the next video. That's what the next video is going to be. It's going to be that carp out of that swim. I'm going to buy all the bits that I need, for PVA bags. I thought I'll use a PVA bag rig because it's nice and reliable and simple to use. So that's what I did. And I've come down today to visit the swim because it was nice and visible. The bottom was nice and visible. So I thought what I'll do is I can lay out some sweet corn, some pellet, and then I can come back a day later or 2 days later and see if the fish have been feeding on the spot, and fingers crossed they will have. However, as always, it seems, in my fishing life, there is a minor complication. Now, if I go back to the earlier video where I pulled that bass out, you can see what I'm talking about. You can clearly see the bottom, and it just looks perfect for placing a close-in bait in the margins. So I've come back down today to visit the swim, and I've brought some sweet corn and some pellet. However, I think it might be a slight waste of time. I'll show you why. So the swim that I'm talking about is no longer in the water. Oh, mate. Can't fish there, can I? Oh, man. So, probably my own fault for putting all of my hopes and dreams, and it really was. I'd planned the video out completely. I was writing things in my head. All the different scenes and stuff, I had it all planned out, all based around this one swim and that one fish. So, a bit silly of me, really, but we don't give up on this channel, as I always say. So, what I am going to do, I'm going to stick with the original plan, but we're going to change swims. I have found a nice looking little bay over in the corner near the dam. So, we're going to pre-bait that. It's not as visible, the bottom, but we need something to go with. So, we're going to pre-bait that swim once, twice, 3 times this week, and I'm going to keep popping back down and having a little look and see if the fish have been visiting and etc. And then on the weekend, we're going to pull that carp out that I'm talking about. So let's go.
I've been here before, familiar with the consequence. Still won't close that door. Got a problem with loving longer than I should.
So here we are, day 2 of the adventure. Now, I started filming on Monday. It's now Thursday. I haven't been able to get down this week. All I've done is think about it, but I haven't been able to get down here through work and other things. It's just how it goes sometimes. So, but we're here today, and that's what matters. So, got my marker rod. What I'm gonna do is, I'm just gonna have a feel around on the bottom, hopefully find a nice close-in spot in front of me there at the bottom of the dam, put some bait over it, and then come back tomorrow. Tomorrow is when the real adventure begins. Gonna come down in the evening, around about now, about 5 o'clock-ish, I'll start, simply because, number one, I'm working, and also it's very, very hot during the day. It's just too hot to be outside, literally. So yeah, I'll start about 5 o'clock and fish till sundown. If we have no luck, which we are going to, then I'll fish again Saturday evening. And perhaps we'll change things. Maybe we won't, we'll see. Right, let's get on it, let's go. After sorting out that little tangle at the beginning, I spent about 20 minutes just leading about, feeling the bottom, and I was pleasantly surprised, actually, by what I found. Sorted. Well, that went better than I expected. I'm actually really happy with what I've just found there. So I put it a couple of rod lengths out, 2 or 3 rod lengths out, and just had a feel around the bottom. It's not too deep, it's about 10 foot, something like that. And it's a nice, clean, hard bottom. So I couldn't have asked for more, really. I was really nervous because I was thinking, oh, if I drop it in and it's just silt or very soft mud everywhere, it's going to knock my confidence. Am I going to bother? Is it going to be full of weed, etc.? But it wasn't. It isn't. No matter where I put it there, even when I did have a couple of sort of decent casts, and it's extremely deep, very deep. However, every time it did hit the bottom, it was a nice donk. Pulling it back, it was a little bounce. You know, you can feel a couple of rocks and everything else, but it's actually a very nice bottom to fish. So those deeper areas could be worth investigating at a later date when I've got a little bit more time. However, found a lovely little spot just on the right hand side of this bay, which is on the left. I'm not sure if you can see it. If not, you'll see it at some point when I'm fishing tomorrow. A couple of rod lengths out, as I say, about 8 to 10 feet, and the bottom is nice and rock solid and clean. So when I drop that PVA bag down there, it's going to land, it's going to present, and it's going to get seen, it's going to get taken by the biggest carp in this lake. I've put a load of sweet corn and pellet on top of where I'm going to fish tomorrow. So that's done. All we got to do now is pray. All we got to do now is pray for tomorrow. Tomorrow and Saturday. Come on, carp gods. Come on, carp gods. Give us a fish. Give us a fish. Oh! Sends me a bit loopy being down here on my own, I think. Oh. Well, did you honestly think I was going to come all the way down here and not have a little fish? I have got my little, or I did have my little super light set up in the boot, so I thought, well, why not have a couple of casts? I thought I was going to sit on top of the wall and get like a sped up montage of me sat on the wall watching the water as the sun went down, and I thought, nah, let's do some fishing. That fish? Yeah, baby. Oh, he's come off. That was probably the smallest bass I've ever seen in my life. Yeah. Come here, baby. Oh, there's a little largemouth. Well, oh, at least I've had something on video. Yeah, baby. Whee. Slightly bigger, not much. This corner's bit proving. Oh, mate, he really yammed that down, bro. You must be hungry, bro. Unlucky, because it's not real food, is it? Where's the book there? There you go, mate. Right you go. So after a few more casts, the bass seemed to clear out of the area and I was losing daylight. So I decided to get home, get some rest, and prepare for the next day. That evening, I got to do something that I don't get to do often in my lure fishing, or really in my life at all at the moment, and that is just sit and enjoy my surroundings, and also just really appreciate the fact that I get to see and fish these beautiful venues. No noise, no people, no stress, just me and nature. Well, day 4, is it? I'm not sure. Day 3 or 4, I don't know. But change of location. We are back on Polydia Dam. Now, if you've watched the channel, if you're an avid watcher, an avid viewer, you know, someone who watches regularly, all 12 of you, then you'll know that I've been to Polydia before and didn't have the best of luck. It snapped the end off my rod. Yeah. As well as that happening, I also lost my GoPro at some point on this dam. I did find it again, thank God. But yeah, I haven't had the best of luck on this dam, and I've never actually pulled a fish out of here. Never actually pulled a fish. So me and this dam, I've got a score to settle. Now, I've already sent the drone up. I've sent it all the way around the lake, and I have seen a few carp cruising in the shallows, which is exactly what I was hoping to see. Now, to be honest, I would like to have seen a bit more. I saw about 4, and it's a huge res. But it's a lot fuller than I expected it to be. The reservoir nearer to my house is very low. So I assumed that every res in late summer in Cyprus would be low, you know, obviously, because of the time of year and, you know, lack of rainfall, etc. But this one's actually very full. Maybe it's come down from the mountains, I'm not sure. You can never predict it in Cyprus. It's a nightmare. It's a nightmare. You can make a plan based on what you think is going to, you know, is going to be in front of you when you get there, and it's just not. So I'm going with the carp plan. However, I am going to be free-lining a piece of bread or luncheon meat for the carp because I'm going to be sight fishing today based on what I've seen before when I've been here. That being carp in the shallows. Quite a lot of them last time. So we'll see. And I'm just going to drop a bait in front of them. And fingers crossed it's going to work. If it doesn't, I've got a load of bass tackle as well. And we'll do a little bit of lure fishing. Pull a few out, I'm sure. Right, let's stop talking. Start fishing. Let's go. Better set my rod up first. I've got a reel on. The trek begins. Now, last time I was here, I was actually able to walk along, sort of along the water line at the bottom here, because as I say, it's filled right up. As a side note, there is going to be a lot of POV action in this part of the video because if I do see a fish, I'm not going to have the chance to put up the main camera before it disappears, so I'm not going to chance it. I can see a small carp in the shallows over there. Now, they're very, very edgy in here. Seems that I get within, well, if I get anywhere near them, they seem to spook, so I'm going to stand quite far away and try and cast right on his head. It's right next to him, guys. It's only small. If he sees that bit of bread, because he is feeding, I'm sure he is. Come on, Mr. Carp. It's got to see that bit of bread, mate. It's right next to you, it is. Oh, he's turning, he's turning, he's turning. Oh, come on. Come on. Oh, he's gone the wrong way now. Oh. Right there still, he hasn't seen me. Let's just hope he comes across that bit of bread. It's right there. Oh, come on, baby. I'll know if he's sucked it in because I'm sure he'll feel the hook and he'll scarp her. Come on, baby, come on. Oh, I think he's gone. I wonder if you can see that on the camera or not. Oh, this is such an exciting way to fish. Well, you got to ask yourself, what's your favourite YouTuber put himself through this? If the answer's no, and you need a new favourite YouTuber, we fish London. Woo! Tell your friends. Well, that little stalking session didn't go to plan, did it? I've also had a bit of a mishap. So the receiver for my clip-on mic, you might notice it's missing. The receiver that clips onto the top of the GoPro, I put it in my bag. Must have been a bit rough of it because it fell apart in my bag, so that's gone. So I'm having to use the GoPro standard mic. So it might not be the best sound quality. So no carp. I can't access the other side of the lake. However, there is, just down there, a lovely little sort of boathouse, a pontoon. I'm going to get down to that with my lure gear and I'm going to throw a few lures around down there. Now, I mean, there's got to be a bass hanging around down there and there, surely. Who knows? Maybe we'll pull out something magic. Ha ha! Don't give up. Let's go. Right. Let's just try around the edge of this dock, eh? And try I did. I tried and I tried and I tried some more. I tried different baits, I tried different speeds, I tried different depths. But as I've said, I don't know how many times on this channel, it just wasn't meant to be that day. That might be my new catchphrase. Just wasn't meant to be. Well, what can I say? It didn't happen for me today, did it? This dam's got the better of me once again. Once again. Now, I was thinking, let's stay till dark. However, on the one side of the res that I can actually access, it is already dark over there. You've got the sunny side here, which again, I tried to traverse it. I tried to get around it just now. There's a load of Cypriot blokes at the bottom of the hill, and they had a right old laugh because I was slipping and sliding. There was rocks going everywhere. I'm going everywhere. Oh, what an embarrassment. Well, I gave him a good laugh anyway. But yeah, the dam, Polydia's got the better of me once again. I will be back. We will get a fish out of here one day. We will. Just not today, but I've had a cracking weekend. If I'm going to blank anywhere, look at this. I mean, what a beautiful place. What a beautiful place to break your foot, break your rod and lose all your kit. Oh, thanks for watching. Wait for the next one.